It's Aron Eisenberg, not from Star Trek Deep Space Nine. So, let's see. You want some stories that haven't been told? Look, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been blessed to go to many cons, and I've told a lot of stories, and I really don't have one that I can think of going back that I really haven't told. So I'll start off saying I apologize. I do hope this story that I'm going to share with you is enjoyable, and maybe hopefully it's something you haven't heard. And then I'll add one more at the end that's not often talked about, but I'll share it with you nonetheless. So the first one is from You're Cordially Invited, and if you notice, Nog does the Ferengi, which I like to call the Ferengi Love Dance. Starts off with Kira, and then of course it finishes with Terry and the big party, the big mix. And then it cuts to Armin and Jake watching Nog just kind of shaking their head in disbelief. That was completely improvised the day of. It was one of the most terrifying days for me working on Star Trek Deep Space Nine for the 7 years. And I remember because I didn't have any lines that day. I didn't have any big scenes, and it was just a big party. And I thought, oh, this will be an easy day. You know, I'll show up. We'll have a big party. I'll be part of the background, and a nice, easy day. So I get my makeup done, usually first. I'm sitting there, and David Livingston, one of the director of that episode, comes up to me and goes, "Hey, good morning, Aron." I'm like, "Hey, what's up, Dave?" He's all, "Listen, I have this great idea. I want you dancing at the top of the scene." And that's the face I made, like, oh, sure. I mean, how does a Ferengi dance? I had no clue. There's no Bible. There's no book. Armin Shimmerman wasn't there. There was no way for me to know how a Ferengi dances. And it was really, really terrifying. So it turned into the easiest day into the most difficult day. Because I was really, really terrified that I would not be able to do this. Thankfully, we shot another scene first, and Nana was there, who plays Kira, and I'm like kind of getting a little panicky, and I go, "Oh, what am I going to do, Nana? What am I going to do? You know, I'm just going to go, ha, ha," and she starts laughing. Now, I'm a guy. I make a woman laugh. I'm going to do it a couple more times. I love to make people laugh. So I go, "Oh, you like that?" And she just is cracking up. I'm like, okay. And my wheels are turning. Okay, I got one part of the dance. I let it go for a few minutes, and then I start panicking again. And I'm like, I don't know, Nana. I don't know. You know, I'm just going to turn around and shake my ass at the camera. I'm just going to turn around and shake it like that. And she starts cracking up again. And I think to myself, okay, I think I got my dance. And the hard part was I couldn't just have Nog, you know, doing some little disco move. I couldn't have him Elaine from Seinfeld and just being complete goof off. So I was really, really nervous of what to do. How does a Ferengi dance? So I came up with this, ha, 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 shake my butt, ha, ha, shake my butt. And now the scene begins. He puts Nana and I in one spot. Well, first he wants to see what it looks like. So he puts the camera behind me, and I'm standing here kind of, if you are looking at me right now, everyone else is behind me. I think even Kate Mulgrew came over with Robbie Duncan McNeil and a couple donuts to check this out. It was terrifying. Everybody was behind me. Camera was behind me. And I'm just thinking to myself, oh man, I hope this works. I truly, truly hope this works. Oh, I was so scared. And he goes, action. And I go, well, here we go. And off I go. Shake my butt. And I'm going. I'm like getting tired. I'm sweating under the makeup. And I'm going back and forth. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I think we can cut right now. I'm thinking in my head. Finally, he yells, cut! And everybody started laughing. I think Garrett Wong choked on a donut. He had to go get some medical help. Everybody was laughing. Everybody was dying. And in that moment, I thought, oh, thank you. Thank God. Thank you. I did it. Because if he would have come up to me and said, oh, you know, it's kind of cool, but you got something else? I had nothing. I had no idea how a Ferengi dances. So, anyway, that was how that scene was born. And then Terry thought it was so funny, so she went to David and said, David, we got to do that at the end. I'll pull Noggin, and then I'll start dancing with him. And then he goes, oh, that's a great idea. And then he cuts to, as I said earlier, Armin and Sirach, Jake and Quark, looking at me just going, oh my gosh, this goofball. And that's how the Ferengi Love Dance was born.